Hi, I'm Emme Hall and welcome to this week's episode of RoadflyTV. Quick, what is the least expensive car that you can buy in America today? The Kia Rio? The Hyundai Accent? Wrong, it's this, the 2012 Nissan Versa. The base model of the Versa comes in at a shockingly low $10,990, and our test model here, the 1.6 SV, comes in at under $15,000, making this an excellent car for those looking to save a few bucks on reliable transportation. Even though the Versa sedan has been redesigned for 2012, it's still hard to believe that this is from the same company that gave us such risk-taking design as the Juke, the Cube, and the Murano Cross Cabriolet. In fact, it seems to have so few styling points that would risk offending some people that it ends up satisfying none. Sure, it's got some nice creases on the body, and the wraparound taillights are kind of cool, but it's still not the most exciting looking car out on the road. This year's model has got a shorter front overhang, but it has a longer rear overhang, which conveniently gives it just a little bit more trunk space. So I'm able to give the 2012 Nissan Versa a trademark laundry basket rating of 4. But the tree-hugging hippie in me really loves this Pure Drive badge down here. It indicates not pure driving pleasure, but rather Nissan's commitment to producing cars with higher miles per gallon and fewer CO2 emissions. The interior is spacious, if just a little bit Spartan, but you do have two design risks in here. These protruding climate vents, as well as these bubblicious door handles. Cruise control comes standard on the SV trim level, but our car has got the convenience package with Bluetooth, a CD player, as well as a multifunctional steering wheel. There's also iPod integration, but you have to use this crazy special cord. You can't just use a regular USB cord. There's a little bit of storage here and there. There's some storage in the doors. There's 6 cup holders total, which is awesome, but it's got a huge glove box. So I'm able to give it a laundry basket rating of 4. In the back, you've got enough room for 3 full-sized adults. In fact, this seat here is pushed all the way back, and I'm still good. I've still got plenty of room, and there's plenty of headroom as well. In fact, this car has got the most legroom in its class. The mileage on this car is fabulous. This year's model is 150 pounds lighter, and it'll give you 30 miles per gallon in the city and about 38 out on the highway. This week, I drove it mostly in the city, and I averaged 31 miles per gallon, but that's really no surprise when you see what's under the hood. It's a 1.6 liter 4-banger that'll give you 109 horsepower and 107 pound-feet of torque, and it's hanging out with a continuously variable transmission. So let's take this baby out on the road and see how that CVT performs. So let's chat about this CVT, shall we? First of all, did you know that Leonardo da Vinci actually designed the first CVT back in 1490? It's true. I read it on the internet. But regardless, it's a technology that's been around for a long time. And by allowing for an infinite amount of variability with no fixed gears, it's going to help match the engine speed to your car speed. Now, I would prefer a manual. I said it last week, I'll say it next week, I would prefer a manual. However, I understand it's not everybody's bag. And if you're used to driving an automatic and you get into a car with a CVT, you might think that it's a little off-putting. I mean, when you put your foot into it, the engine just races and it screams like you're killing it. But you're not. It's actually doing its job. It's adjusting the engine speed to give you the optimal power and the optimal acceleration for what you're asking the car to do. As far as driving pleasure, it's fine. It's a little beige napkin-y, but it's fine. You got struts in the front, torsion beam in the rear, so it gives you a fairly decent ride. The seats are pretty comfortable, although I never found a good driving position. Apparently my arms are really short and my legs are really long, because if I was close enough to the steering wheel, I felt like my knees were up my nose, and the steering wheel doesn't telescope. The car does come with variable assist power steering, which is pretty weighty when you're at speed, but it is frighteningly light when you're at lower speeds. Safety-wise, the Versa has got you covered with about 1 million airbags, as well as traction control and vehicle dynamics control, which will help you get you out of any under or oversteer situation you might find yourself in. Additionally, you've got ABS, brake assist, and brake override technology, which will reduce power when the accelerator and the brake are pressed at the same time. Oh, I guess that means no left foot braking. Arrgh! The 2012 Nissan Versa is just one of many compact economy cars on the market today, but you'll only have to shell out $15,840 to drive away in our SV trim level with the convenience package. It's made for consumers who value high mileage and low price overall, which is a greater segment of the population than an enthusiast like me would care to admit. That's it for this week. I'm Emme Hall. Thank you so much for watching. You can join our community by subscribing to our YouTube channel and leaving me your comments. If they are worthy, I will respond. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and you can view the window sticker for the 2012 Nissan Versa on RoadflyTV.com. Thanks so much for watching. It's really no surprise when you see what's under the hood. You might one day. People, it's cold. Don't you want to go home and go to bed where it's warm? Glove box is huge, so I'm giving it a trademark laundry basket rating of 4. Ah, freezing. My hands are so cold. I'm so cold, pony boy.